you see someone walk into a room. They are tall, well-dressed, and have good hair. You have never spoken to them, and yet your brain has already decided they are smart, kind, probably successful, and almost certainly trustworthy. You have done zero research. You have zero evidence. You have essentially made up an entire personality for a stranger based on their haircut. Congratulations. Your brain is broken in a very specific and well-documented way. This is the halo effect, and it is one of the oldest, most studied, and most inconveniently real findings in all of psychology. In 1920, a psychologist named Edward Thorndike asked military officers to rate their soldiers, not just on one thing, on everything: intelligence, physique, leadership, character, personal qualities. The officers had never been told to connect these ratings. They were supposed to evaluate each trait independently. They did not. The officers who rated a soldier as physically impressive also rated him as intelligent, dependable, and morally upright. Not because those things are connected, but because the brain desperately wants them to be. One good trait bleeds into everything else. One positive impression colonizes the entire evaluation. If you seem confident, people assume you are competent. If you are attractive, people assume you are honest. If your handshake is firm, people assume your work is too. The most uncomfortable version of this is called the physical attractiveness stereotype. Studies consistently find that attractive people are judged as more intelligent, more competent, and more morally trustworthy than less attractive people. In one experiment, identical essays were graded higher when the researchers told participants the essay was written by an attractive student. Same words, same arguments, same everything. The only variable was how attractive the supposed author was. Your ideas are not being evaluated in a vacuum. They are being evaluated through the filter of whoever is looking at you when you say them. It gets worse. The halo effect operates entirely without your permission. You do not choose to do this. The judgment happens before you even form a thought. It happens in the gap between seeing someone and saying hello. In 2000, researchers studied political elections and found that taller candidates won more often, not smarter ones, not candidates with better policies, taller ones. The physical signal of height, which has nothing to do with governance, was quietly contaminating an entire rational decision-making process. And here is where it stops being just a fun party fact. Because the halo effect does not only make you like people more than you should, it also makes you forgive them more than you should. In courtrooms, physically attractive defendants receive lighter sentences for the same crimes. In performance reviews, well-liked employees receive higher ratings regardless of their actual output. The halo effect is not a bias reserved for shallow people. It is a bias reserved for people with a brain, which, unfortunately, includes you. The research actually has a practical answer. The halo effect weakens under one specific condition: deliberate, category-by-category evaluation. When you force yourself to rate someone on one dimension at a time, the contamination drops. Structured interviews outperform gut feel interviews. Written rubrics beat impressionistic grading. Blind auditions produce more diverse orchestras. The bias does not disappear, but it shrinks. And a shrinking bias is about the best result psychology has ever offered anyone. The next time someone impresses you immediately, with no evidence, for reasons you cannot name, notice that. Not to dismiss them. They might actually be everything your brain decided in the first 3 seconds, but also notice that your brain made that call before a single word was spoken. And ask yourself whether the filter you are seeing them through is actually yours, or whether someone else installed it when you were not paying attention.